Yeah, that's Lily's favorite song. It's the peanut butter song. Yeah, it's the peanut butter song. Okay. And these are my notes. She's trying to take my notes. I traded her off with my. Okay, no, these are mine. I got a show to do right now. I'm trying to do a show. Why you pawing me? Don't scratch me. Watch them claws, okay? Okay, look here. You can have this. How about that? That work? Okay. Don't come back. She's still happy with that. She's still happy with that. All right, so welcome to the show, Pro Se Lawsuit Center, Pro Se Legal School. Pro Se, we were jamming too much. Okay, I got to work now. We already got the mic all messed up. Okay, so you're not helping me. You want to play with some toilet paper? Okay. She's easy. Okay. Hold up, baby. Okay. We did come here to get something done tonight. So we're going to get started right on that. So to get everything lined up. Somebody's been getting a little distracted in the studio tonight, today, all day. And we're a little behind on a couple of things, but the fire is done. And we bring some new fire to the table right here that we about to talk about right here tonight. So yeah, welcome to Pro Se Legal School. That's what we're gonna call it. Don't ask me nothing that you haven't at least tried to look up on the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel that we roll with right now is set up where you can do legal research. All you got to do is punch a word in the search bar and pull up what you need. Now, you also need to remember that we use those shorts as advertisements, as ways to get our stuff out there without having to pay a whole bunch of money because they've been doing a bunch of stuff to us or whatever. But that's all right. They can do whatever they want to, because when you roll without limitations, then they have situations. Yeah, sometimes we have them too. They did shut my website, given they did hack me. Well, I hacked myself. I clicked on the wrong thing. People want to collaborate. But, we got some real collaborators now. Coursera, they're one of our collaborators, and we're talking to some more people right now. And I made their video, and my web designer, video professional, Humera, she's in Pakistan. She's going to duty it up. She made some beautiful stuff. Thank you, Mira, for doing what you do, and I'm so glad you're back. So yeah, we're gonna let her take care of that. Even if she wasn't the professional at it, I would have to let her do it because I made the video and we had a situation. Okay, we agreed to, me and the people, Coursera, we agreed to do the video to be 30 seconds to a minute. And the video is 2 minutes and 68 seconds. Well, no, you can't have it that long because no one's going to finish watching whatever they were watching. But the problem is, let me check. Lily, do I have to be honest? She's tearing up the toilet paper. She said, yeah, I think so. Okay. Go tear your toilet paper up. I'll be honest. Okay, the problem is, what? What? Okay, she said I need to get to the point. So we're gonna get to some points. All right. We're gonna get to the point. You want to talk? You can say hi right there. Say what's up, everybody. At least say hi. She's not allowed to bark in the house unless we have like what? White people in the yard? No, we don't bark at white people. You list the kids she's barking at, so we're letting her know we don't bark at kids. So we don't bark at nobody. We don't have to bark at nobody around. Okay, so let me finish. Okay, so we got a new presentation, a new package that we're doing a presentation on today, and I'm just kind of going to touch on it. This is probably what we're going to do with most of our packages. And the video that I made for Coursera, I couldn't just chop myself any more words out of it. I couldn't. So I got to send it over to her and let her finish making it the way it's supposed to be. But, however, okay, when you roll without limitations, then you always figure out a way to do stuff. Okay, so these guys, Coursera, they're the first people that stepped up and found value in our audience. So they got their own playlist. I'm like, I don't want to chop any more out of that. Well, now they have their own playlist. So I'm going to put, and I have to make sure Mary knows this. We're going to put the whole 2.5, 280-minute, whatever video in their playlist so people can go and look at it if they want to without having it too long in the other video. And they can still shop on their, and get that code, because that promo code saves you money and helps make me money because they give me a few cents every time somebody ching-chang on the thing. So you guys make sure, if you're interested in that, you get over there and check that out. So they got their own playlist. Now I can put the 2.5 or 3-minute video, whatever I want, in the playlist. I ain't got to forcibly chop myself, but I couldn't chop myself up anyway anymore. Okay, sorry. So before we get to this other stuff, and yeah, we're going to just talk about a few things because I know that sometimes they don't show that we're going on until later. So I put together some questions, and that's what Lily was trying to take my notes because she didn't think it was a good idea. I put together some questions. If you're stuck in court, okay, I put together some questions that, well, and someone hit me up in the WhatsApp over there where the coaching's at to let me know that the judge was holding her in contempt of court because she told the judge didn't have jurisdiction. Okay, so you're right, but I've had this situation before too. When you're standing in court, you're really not in the best position. So that's why it's always good to do it before court. You don't have to go to court. You ain't trying to go to court or whatever. But if you're going, you might as well piss some people off, because if you ain't pissing them off, they're kicking your ass. I'm sorry. That's just how I'm going to put it. Okay. If you ain't pissing them off, they're kicking your ass. And that's, so no, you can ask these questions if you want to. Okay. Just, if I ask any of these questions, I want to make sure that I'm looking right in the judge's eyeballs. Because, the whole thing here is to get some shit on the record. Okay? And a lot of shit goes on in the court that don't get on the record. Eyeballs rolling, people looking stupid, people getting mad, smoke coming out. Coming out of yeah, the judge's neck turning red before the smoke starts coming out of one judge's ears. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the point of the situation is, if you standing there in court and you're witnessing this shit, get that shit on the record. Oh, Lord have mercy. The judge's eyeballs are popping out. He looks really mad because of the questions that I asked. I don't know if I should ask him again. Maybe I need to move back to the next row because he's spitting on me while he's trying to shut. Okay, sorry. All right, you know what? I'm just going to tell you right up front, and I tell people this who invest in the premium package. My guarantee is your ass going to have some fun. If you ain't having fun, you ain't doing this shit right that we put together here. From the real-time feedback from a lot of people that took punches, starting with, Garner went down, my friend Carrie Neighbors. And she wrote this book. It's a little something about the thing that we went through to turn us into the people that we are now. And this is its bestseller on Amazon. Shattered by Corruption. But, and it's a damn good book. Rolling without limitations. Maybe I was put together by the corruption. I was still shattered, though, and so was she, and we both still are. But, I think it's kind of cool to be able to turn all that stuff into something positive. Yo tengo un porque yo quiero comprar un pinche abogado. Cuando yo compré un abogado, yo gano un porque el pinche abogado no quiere trabajo para mí. Okay, no, pinche abogado no quiere abogados. Okay, never mind. Lily's looking at me funny. I had been teaching her Spanish, so she's starting to know what I'm saying, but she doesn't really notice unless I raise my voice, which is kind of what happens when she gets in trouble. So, but she ain't worried about it anymore. She's been hanging out in the courthouse, and she knows that there ain't nothing going on in the courthouse. So, okay, but let's get back to it. Okay, well, first off, I don't do no your honor shit. I'm sorry, I don't do that. I don't care. And I'm in chain and shackles, and I ain't saying no. I'm sorry, it ain't happening. So we need to throw that out. You can call him judge, or in his or her own head they are that, or call him by the last name, just like they call me. Sometimes I get my name messed up, Mr. Neighbors, Mr. Neighbors. I'll be like, dude, call me whatever you want, okay? Because I see the vein was poking out of your neck before you even walked in here. So I already know your ass is mad. But, like now in my situation, I was already chained and locked up most of the time. I ain't had nothing loose. I'm already going back over there. So, I'd ask these questions. My legal team wanted to know if this was an administrative procedure or a judicial procedure. And I'm still trying to learn the difference between the two. There's something like the administrative procedure is not aligned with the Constitution, and the judicial procedure is where, is where I'm supposed to have a fair shake, and where you're going to make sure, So I'm just, my legal team's going to ask me this stuff when I get done with you. Okay, sorry. You might not want to. It's the T. Okay, you might want to say it that. You can put it however you want to. Is this administrative proceedings or a judicial proceedings? Because I was trained to believe my whole life that I was in judicial court and have, I'm also, I also need to understand where the rules are for the court's jurisdiction, which we'll get to down the road because we got some other stuff. But I kind of like to have the rules before I get to the jurisdiction part, so I can already know if you guys are being fair, and I understand, because if I don't understand the rules or the jurisdiction of the court or any of that, then I don't have a fair chance of defending myself. And my legal team said that if this is an administrative court, then I'm jacked and I don't have a chance at all, because you guys in administrative court operate from the local rules. And the local rules are manufactured at each location. By the Supreme Court down the street. And the Supreme Court down the street, even though everybody thinks that's badass, they wear black robes, and I'm sure they go home and burn some shit. Okay, the Supreme Court down the street is not aligned with the Constitution either. So that's bullshit. They're just a corporation. Just a corporation. Just like Walmart, just like the United States. And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, if you want to piss off some people, at the Supreme Court, to your lawsuit. Add their ass to the lawsuit, because the local rules came from them over there across the street, and they're not aligned with the Constitution. They're not aligned. They violate your due process all day long. Oh. Yeah, they do. Oh, and I'm laughing because when I figured this out, we had a live stream one time, and there was some dudes that came on the live stream, and they were so freaking pissed off. They couldn't even spell. They were trying to spell some shit to put in the thing, and I'm like, this dude, his grammar is worse than the grammar in my lawsuit package. Okay, sorry. They got really mad about that. But, I don't care. I don't care, because sometimes, and how you do that, you want to do that using a supplemental pleading. A supplemental pleading. You can go to the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure and scroll down to filing an amendment, where it says you have to kiss their ass and all that shit. Scroll down to the bottom, down, all the way down by that tiny ass number, and you'll see supplemental pleading. You can do a supplemental pleading as long as there's several, as long as you add a count, add a body, or both, and it had to be connected to the same reason. And there was one other one that was really important. Or was it? I think y'all asked me to go look it up just to make sure that you know and that you got it. Because, I ain't really into holding people's hand. I'm helping you get, educated. And, people told me I'm harsh. So what the hell? I'm going to take a course on Coursera and learn how to be a little unharsher. But right now, I'm living the dream and I'm harsh. So bam. As long as the people still in the house or getting out of jail or the goal's getting done. then I'm fine with being called harsh because I don't see anybody that okay. I don't see anybody. I don't see very many. I don't see anybody that's doing all the things that's supposed to get done and not in a rush, that aren't having fun and saying shit like I'm harsh because I don't have to say nothing to them. It's the people that are in a rush and don't take the time, or maybe they need to read stuff 100 times, like I did when I started learning this shit. Okay, so where are the rules? Yeah, for the court, for the court's jurisdiction. How does the court have jurisdiction? Could could the court put the jurisdiction on the record, please? I would like all this on the record, please. That's where the camera's at. So in the court, on the record, you need that on the record because you can't remember all the lies that were said. I mean, damn, that did not come out good. Your legal team's gonna need to look at all the words. Yeah, that's what they if their legal team running like me, they want to see the words. Every single word. Every word means something. People trying to stick to the sentence or the paragraph. Every word. Okay. So my next question is the state the real plaintiff or the government? Okay, because people gonna get it twisted. Oh, the federal, all right, you know what? Y'all ass get out the back door because we ain't got time. Is the government the plaintiff? How can the government be the real plaintiff? How can the government be injured? How can the government, I'm working up to it. How can the government be an injured party? I don't know. Somebody got to tell me that. How can the government be an injured? I don't understand, Judge, how the government could be an injured party and the government's plaintiffs here against me. I don't see the government. Oh, the prosecutor right there? That the prosecutor's ass can't testify against nothing. I object right now before we even get started with that. Objection, your lordship, shit. Your lord. Objection. Oh, prosecutor cannot testify. Okay, my phone was objecting too with some other music. I don't know what that was. Okay, so I want to make sure I get all these things on the record. And so let's move on. Because I have another question. There's maybe one or two more. And Judge, I'd like to know if the state is paying you today to screw me up. Dang it. I said to okay, y'all can y'all can put it how you want to. I mean, if you know your ass is going to jail, you ain't got nothing to lose. So if you can walk out and go home, you might want to make it a little softer, I guess. I don't know. I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. I just want to provide the options on the table, and then you educate yourself so you be able. That's how we do that. So it's the state paying you. Why is your face getting red and that vein popping up on your neck? Or it looks like there's smoke coming out of your ears. Is the state providing you with a pension? I'm just wondering, because if the state's paying you and the state's providing you with a pension, I don't know if this is going to be very fair for me, because I'm not paying the state anything and I don't have a pension for anybody. So, and then if you want to be If you want to be real about a situation, then you can fill out one of these, the 3949A form, and attach it as to a judicial notice, letting the court know that you reported them to the IRS, because when they take property, they're supposed to provide a whole bunch of documents. The 883 asset allocation statement. Oh, I can't believe I remember that. Bam! And then like 4 or 5 others. And those are tax documents that they're supposed to have. The law firm, the attorneys, the judge, if they take your property, they're supposed to have all. Look that shit up. The documents that they're supposed to have ready and put together to verify. Was I going to say their accounting? Their accounting. Verify the. Was that what I was going to? You think I was going to say that? To verify the accounting. And a bunch of other stuff, and they don't. They don't take. Why would they want to do that? Because all that. Oh, wait. Judge, do you have an offshore account? Do you have it? Do you invest stock in CCA and other illegal holding facilities where they're red? How about the prison system? How much stock do you have invested in the prison system? Do you have any stock invested in the prison system? Because looks like conflict of interest to me, but I don't know. I'm not that smart, and that's why I'm just asking. My legal team was telling me a whole bunch of stuff, and I was like, no, can't be that dirty. Okay, you might want to say that. Scratch, can we say that, Lily? She's pretending to be asleep, so I'm on my own. We're saying, okay, sorry. Okay, so what we came to talk about tonight, since we're done playing, we might play later. I mean, you just never know. Property tax challenge, a lawsuit package, a workshop. A workshop. So this is going to be different. Most homeowners thought they had more time. They thought the problem was just the unpaid taxes. They thought they could figure it out later. We'll handle it later. We'll catch up. Meanwhile, the county process, bam, it kept moving underneath them. It keeps moving underneath you. The notices keep arriving. The deadlines start stacking up. The pressure kept building. And most homeowners never realized the dangerous part. The dangerous part was not just the taxes. The dangerous part was how much procedure momentum had already built underneath the property before they started responding. That's where many homeowners lose leverage, because they responded too late to the process already accelerated underneath them long before they started paying attention. Many homeowners are trying to protect their family rights now. They're trying to hold everything together. They're trying to emotionally process what's happening. They're trying to understand the notices. They're trying to understand the deadlines, trying to understand why the pressure keeps increasing every time another letter arrives in the mail. Meanwhile, the county process keeps moving quietly, very quietly. It's moving very quiet, procedural, strategically. And wow, the homeowner's trying to emotionally catch up. The county position keeps getting stronger with delays. They keep getting stronger, and that's where many homeowners, they never saw it coming. They never saw it coming. They believed they still had time, but the process never stopped moving underneath them. More notices, more deadlines, more pressure, more enforcement activity, and most homeowners do not even step in until the pressure becomes emotionally overwhelming. The delays become dangerous because every missed response can strengthen the county position. Every delay reaction can increase procedural momentum. Every week, the process keeps moving. The homeowners can lose more leverage under the property. And 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 this is where the conversation changes because most homeowners stay trapped, reacting to pressure, reacting to notices, reacting to deadlines, reacting to foreclosure threats. Meanwhile, the county keeps moving underneath them. This package is designed around different strategy. Instead of sitting still while the pressure builds, the goal is to strategically step in and stop the next step. Bam. You only have to stop the next step. You ain't got to win the whole thing tonight. You ain't got to make the judge drive that shit over to your house tonight. You just have to stop the next step. Bam. And force them to visualize a shared liability. Uh-huh. Strategically step in before the leverage gets to the point to where you can, The challenge property tax lawsuit package was built to help homeowners step in to stop the next step, respond, challenge the process, interrupt the momentum, and force responses. And begin strategically putting pressure back on their asses. The procedural structure is already moving against the homeowners. Okay, most homeowners think the issue is only the taxes, and many homeowners never realize that the real issue may be underneath the taxes themselves. The reclassification, the reason for the reclassification, the procedural positioning, the enforcement structure. Legal positioning is already being built underneath the property while the homeowner is still trying to emotionally understand what the hell's going on and why they're doing it. That's why simple reacting, emotional, and all this other notices, they don't stop the pressure. You can react emotionally to all that stuff, and they don't stop the pressure because the pressure itself already has momentum. And while the homeowner is waiting, the process keeps moving. The pressure compounds over time. That's why many homeowners suddenly feel trapped because they're trying to emotionally catch up with the process that's already accelerated underneath them. And many homeowners wait too long before stepping in to stop the next step. And the process keeps moving underneath them. The process keeps moving underneath them. And that's why this package is structured differently from ordinary tax help crap. This is not negotiation. This is not a payment discussion. This is not temporary relief conversation. This package was structured around due process strategy, judicial notice positioning, counterclaim strategies, and constitutional pressure. And the goal is to force them to deliver your deed. Force them to deliver your deed. And strategically force them to respond to the issues being raised. In the end, you're going to force them to deliver your deed. So we're just going to throw that on the table right now. So people can force them to deliver your deed. That's what this is about. Forcing them to deliver your deed. Without your deed in their office, would they be able to verify that there was a mortgage lien against your property? I don't think so. The registration of your deed allowed the first illegal lien to be put on your property. And the first illegal lien was the mortgage lien. In my opinion, just think about it. Think about it for a second. Okay, so when you sat down to sign, your signature was the only one that wrote on the paper. So the bank didn't sign any place. You're the only one that signed. So I don't know. Oh. So if your signature was the only signature, then you already own the property. I mean, if you didn't own the property, then they wouldn't have accepted your signature on there. And then they did their illegal registration. The statute for property transfer mandates that your deed is supposed to be delivered, but they do what they call their constructive delivery, and they register your property. I thought at first for the sole purpose of taxation, but that's not why. They register your property, and then that first lien was think about it. You already own the property. So the registration allowed the first illegal lien to be put on the property. Okay, so Coach, I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever. Okay, so people tell me that, but so I ask them, if the deed was not registered in their office, would the alleged lender be able to verify that there was a mortgage lien against the property? I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm just throwing it out there. If your deed was not registered in their office, would they be able to verify there was a mortgage lien against your property? I don't think so. Okay. So, Coach, does that mean if I got your package, even if I wasn't in, and challenged them for the deed, I could stop the payments? Well, I don't know about stopping the payments, but I know that what I know. You can go check what I just said. So I don't know what but the package does have to offer the pay letter in it, and offer the pay letter has the statute that the statute that mandates they're supposed to provide the original instrument of indebtedness if they're going to call in the full loan amount. They're supposed to provide the original instrument of indebtedness in its original form if the call, and the reason that this is the law they're supposed to follow is because, if they didn't do that, then they could give that to their buddy down the street and have them come after you again after you settled or thought that you was paying what you owed. The real-time feedback puts us in a position to know a whole lot of the real shit that most people don't see unless their foot is in it. So at this point, the position is dramatically changed, and one of the strongest parts of this package is the counterclaim strategy. And the counterclaim strategy we use in all of our packages, and the counterclaim strategy you can use yourself. And what we do is we add the government, we add the judge, we add the attorney or prosecutor, whoever, to your counterclaim for $200 million. You add them as plaintiffs. Yeah, you can add them as plaintiffs just like they add defendants. Add them as plaintiffs to the counterclaim and file that shit in their case for $200 million, $500 million. Now you got to make sure you serve them. Serve them a copy of the counterclaim, and I don't know, from where I'm at, they're toast because they can't litigate a case they're party to. They can't represent themselves. Can't represent other parties from the same corporation. And if you wanted to be a butthead about it, I was going to say ass, but I'll say butthead about it, then you can add the Bar Association. Yeah, sue the Bar Association and just, that just wipe. Oh, yeah, we got that lawsuit on. We got the RICO lawsuit against the Bar Association on the website, winningcourtnow.com. Y'all can get over there and get his Jeep too, and as real as fire. There was another word, but I'll use fire. The counterclaim strategy jacks them up, shuts down the court process on the state level. I don't know. Somebody leave a comment down there and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Man, because the counterclaim strategy shut that stuff down real fast. Most homeowners spend their entire time defending themselves, reacting, trying to survive the pressure, trying to emotionally keep up with the process moving underneath them. This package helps shift that positioning. Instead of only reacting, the strategy is designed to create pressure back against them to process itself. And the changes leverage. The change is leverage. The leverage is changing. And that change is momentum. That change is the homeowner's emotional position. Oh, yeah, when you see them start calling you by your last name or even the other name or any names, with the vein popped up on their neck, and their face all red. The homeowner needs to understand something clearly. The county process does not stop building pressure simply because the homeowner is confused or has made some calls or has set up a payment plan or any of that. And most homeowners never realize the quick leverage can disappear in one procedural momentum, and procedural momentum starts accelerating. But there's good news. Many homeowners still have opportunity to step in before the process moves even further. And that's what this package is designed to help you do. Not freeze, not sit still. This package is designed to help you step in and take care of some business. Now, you want to get that done before the pressure starts becoming unbearable, because then it takes you longer before you start having fun. Okay, I'm just saying. You want to step in before the pressure becomes unbearable, otherwise it's taking you longer before you have. And strategically step in to stop the next step before the leverage disappears underneath the property. Step in, stop the next step. Now, in this package, this package comes with the 2026 updated challenge property tax lawsuit. And you also have a judicial notice document to provide judicial notice of the fraudulent conveyance lien that you put on your property to cloud the title. Everybody should be putting that fraudulent conveyance lien and the less penance lien on their property themselves to cloud the title and make their property toxic. So these fools won't want to invest in it. And then you got the counterclaim strategy document. It's the counterclaim, and it outlines all of the, and then you got the 42 USC 1983 foreclosure document, lawsuit document in this package too. I got tired of trying to explain to people it doesn't matter if it's the property tax, if it's HOA tax, if it's a foreclosure. None of any of the lawsuit package will work. But I just put in there too. So you get this package, you can sue the ass twice, actually 3 times with the counterclaim. And then you got demand for documents, and then there's some training material. So this procedural positioning strategy is badass. An educational breakdown designed to help homeowners understand how to begin challenging the process and moving against them. The most homeowners wait too long, and the reality is, they wait until the notices become overwhelming, and then they wait until the foreclosure pressure accelerated to the point to where they're worried that they're going to come and throw their stuff in the yard. They wait until the counter positioning becomes significantly stronger. Meanwhile, the process keeps moving underneath you, over there very quietly. And if you're already seeing notices, deadlines, Lily's looking at me funny. Have you have a camera now? You're like, what the hell? Okay, sorry. Okay, deadlines, tax pressure liens, foreclosure activity, or growing county enforcement pressure. Do not sit still while the process keeps moving underneath you. Step in and respond to stop the next step. Challenge the process, interrupt the momentum before the county takes the next step against your home. And this lawsuit package help you get that shit done. Now, what I'm doing here is this is going to be, this workshop. It's going to be a workshop so people can invest in it who are serious and want to understand how this works. And I just got the page up last night, and I had somebody, Phil, call me this morning, and he's ready to get in this workshop. And you can read. You know what? Let's just go take a look at this puppy dog, because Lily's sleeping, and I'm still in, and I'm in charge. Okay. The property tax due process live workshop. So there's going to be a training session for homeowners facing these problems right there: property tax foreclosure, property tax lien, or any county enforcement issues. And the workshop is going to help people understand why homeowners, respond late, why pressure continues to build underneath and why action early matters. And you'll also learn how due process positioning, positioning, protection, strategy, response, and to procedural understanding, and you understand the process and what you need to do to take control of it. Now, when you guys are looking at our stuff on the website, especially on your phones, you need to keep scroll down, because this little bit here is a lot longer on your phone. So what you'll learn is why many homeowners respond too late, how property tax pressure builds, due process positioning, and that's the biggest thing right there, because everything that we do, everybody's stuff is the same, because everything we do has to do with the due process being violated. That's at the gate right there. Due process with county enforcement movement. And there's a couple of things we're going to add in here when I start, I already have one or two things I didn't make a note of them that I'm going to add when I'm putting together when I'm actually putting together the course material for the workshop. Now, eventually, I think we'll have one of these for all of our packages, starting with our premium packages, which will be the most expensive ones that people use all the time, like this one, and well, actually, the foreclosure defense package, the $1,500 package, and the prosecutor eliminator package. Those are, we're going to have a workshop. Like now, we have other workshops too for learning how to do other things. If you're interested in a workshop, you should call me and then ask me about the workshop that you need, and then we'll see how many people that we have for it. So when you call me, I'll put you on a list, and I'll have you leave your name and your email address on the phone so I can put your name next to it. And then when I get to work on enough people, at least 5 people, then we'll go ahead and have the training, because that's the way that's what I want to do that. And then here are some other documents that we have. Now, this one here, case dismissed, next move workshop. It's pretty powerful. We talked about the reality of your case getting dismissed, and we have 2 documents in there that you use anytime a case gets dismissed. You should get those 2 documents. The sua sponte objection to the procedural sua sponte objection to the dismissal, and a substantive due process lawsuit package. Bam. Oh yeah, this is the case dismiss workshop. And in this workshop, we showed you how to make the documents that you need, the 2 documents that I was talking about here. And we talked about everything that you needed to know. What's up, little Iceman? We up in here rocking it. Except it's getting kind of hard. It's been about an hour, so it's about time for us to take off some of this stuff. Yeah, but we getting it done. And this new workshop final thing is gonna be badass. So for the property tax situation. So, you guys facing this property tax situation, y'all ought to jump up in there. This thing's been marked down already. It's on sale. Everything's on sale. Getting it done. I hear you. I got some other work to do tonight too, so I need to get off here and get to work, or my new friend's gonna be looking for me. So I got some new friends in Colorado. All right, guys, thank you for the value of sharing your time. And yeah, pretty soon, you guys get over to Coach's Kitchen over there and subscribe over there, so we can get some people over there too. Because I got this beautiful person that's going to be helping me do some cooking over there, and she's from Spain. That's all I can tell y'all right now. Stay tuned to the next episode, to the next opportunity. All rise. Okay, you may be seated. You can be seated before I leave. Right, like, all rise. All rise. Get your ass up. Okay, sorry. I'm getting carried away.